everyone, it's Pat from Pat Dave Music. Welcome back to another video. So I thought since we're going to be at home for a little while, we should really have a look and a chat about our posture, how we're sitting, and the correct way to be sitting and practicing for long periods of time with the guitar. So in today's video, we'll be meeting and chatting to Dr. Sarah Elston, and she's going to give us her top 5 tips for all about posture and sitting at a desk when you're practicing guitar. Here we go. All right, so we're back. This is Dr. Sarah Elston.
Thanks for having me, Pat.
Thank you for being in this video and for helping out so many guitarists. So, where do we begin?
Okay, so in private practice, I've seen quite a few guitarists over my 10 years now. What I tend to find a lot is that guitarists tend to have a lot of neck and shoulder problems leading down into their hands as well. So at the end of the video, I'll go through some stretches, but in the meantime, we're going to go through 5 sort of common things that I find with guitarists. So as you can see, the way that Pat sort of set up, he's got himself with a laptop, which is pretty common these days, and also his shoulders as well. So first thing we want to look at is actually the neck and shoulder position. So even though it's hard because the way you have to hold the actual guitar, you want to make your shoulders as level as possible. So like Pat's got going on here, you want to have the other arm rest and then this one resting nice and comfortable. The next thing we want to do is try and keep the head up straight. So a lot of people tend to look down at their hands like what Pat's doing at the moment, which is going to cause a lot of strain and give you lots of neck pain and issues leading down the track as well. Actually, what it's also going to do is create a lot of shoulder issues, rotator cuff problems down the track as well. So we want to get you up as nice as possible. You want to have a look at the chair as well. So this one's a little bit too short for Pat. We want to get it up nice and high as much as possible. So I got the chair up nice and high for Pat now. So because he's a tall man, we want to make sure that he's like, his legs are nice and even. The next thing you want to look at, if you're a little bit shorter like me, you don't want to have the chair too high to meet the right height as well. So you want to make sure that the feet are nice and flat on the ground. So this is going to really reduce the strain through the hip and pelvis as well. My third tip is, and it's a pretty common thing as well, especially when you're trying to learn a new thing and you're actually watching on a computer screen as well. The number one thing you want is you want to have the screen up at the height of your eyes. So like, so there? So there. If you can't do it. In the perfect world. In the perfect world, you really want to have it, but at least what we can probably do is just find something just to pop underneath, just to bring it up. So this means that his eyes are actually at the right level. And it means that like between the two, there's not a lot of up and down movement, which is going to reduce a lot of strain through the neck again. My fourth tip is after half an hour of solid practice is to actually get up and move. Sitting down for a long period of time is not good for any of us, but particularly when you're really concentrating quite hard, you're looking at a screen, you're going up and down. You really need to get up and move every 30 minutes, set an alarm, get up and move for a good 5 minutes. Yeah, right. So is that just walk around the house? Walk around the house, go to the toilet, have a quick walk outside, grab something to eat, grab something to drink, get something to actually get up and move. And then my 5th tip is actually to do the stretches. I actually think that the fingers and the forearms are some of the biggest. When I was learning to play guitar with Pat, it was my forearms and my fingers that copped the load the most. So I'm going to show you guys a couple of like quick stretches. So hands out in front, like this. And what you want to do is touch side to side. So this is a really good one to do when you're warming up as well. So warming up is actually a really good tip. So you want to do that, just go through 3 times. Oh, okay. Yeah, the next one, stretch those forearms out. So if you can, keep your elbows straight, grab those fingers and pull it back as far as you can. You want to hold for a good 10 seconds. And then go the other way as well. And make sure you do both sides. It's really important to do both sides. Okay. Yeah, we don't have to do it now, but yeah, gotcha. Here we are. Okay. Yeah. As we've already gone through, like the way that guitarists have to stand and sit and look down quite a lot, eventually this is going to get quite sore. So a really good stretch to do is if you bring your ear down towards your opposite shoulder. While you're sitting on the chair with this arm, if you grab underneath the chair, and you pull, you should get more of a stretch. Oh, yeah, right. And go this side as well. Okay. I got it. That's it. Brilliant. Yeah.
And so is that something that you would do with the fingers before you start or at the end of the session?
I would actually do it before, during and after.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
okay, right.
Yeah, you can't over sort of stretch, especially those little mobility ones. It's just something to keep your body moving. You're not going to do any damage, you're not going to overdo it, but do listen to your body if you find that you actually do start to feel a bit of pain. It should be a nice stretch, it shouldn't be uncomfortable.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Terrific. And all of the stretches only took a few seconds.
Yeah.
So if you wrote them down or you took a photo of them with your phone and you found a way of recording them, then at least if you made it into your practice routine, all right, you're going to do chords for 10, 15 minutes, you're going to do something else for 10, 15, then you're going to stretch in between those activities. So I think just making it part of your daily routine.
Yeah, yeah. And it will add to the longevity of your career as well.
Okay, well that's been it. Thank you so much, Dr. Sarah Elston.
Thanks for having me, Pat. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Hope you've enjoyed those 5 tips. Now, if you're sitting at home and you do have any sort of ongoing stress, or you feel a little bit of pressure, or you're not sure about your setup or your chair, or maybe you practice on the couch, maybe you don't use a desk at all, and you want more advice and you want more tips, Sarah, what can they do?
So we actually do online virtual consultations as well. So if you go to our website, www.healthyjoint.com.au, you can actually go online and book an online consultation that we do via video chat.
Oh, fantastic. So even, sometimes in some parts in the world, maybe you can't leave the house. This is a way that you can still get that, that benefit that you need, and it's just all through Skype or FaceTime.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you so much again, Sarah.
Thanks, Pat. Appreciate it.
If you learned anything, definitely leave a comment below. As we'll see you again. Bye.